Guys, it's Michelle, and this is Live Life Whimsically. Thanks for stopping by, or welcome back if you've been here before. Here on my channel, I talk about current events, paganism, witchcraft, real estate, whatever whim crosses my mind. I've been on a journey of tarot exploration, a card for a day, and I generally do this anyway all throughout the year, but I thought that this year I would document it in video form here on YouTube. So I'm really anxious to know if you guys do this too. If you're interested in tarot, do you pull a card every day to see what's happening? Do you look at how closely it aligns with your journey this year so far? I got to say, 2023 has started out being pretty tough for me. I hope it's better for you. So today's card was the Six of Wands, and I'm gonna read the description from the book for you, but I want you to see this card because it's pretty freaking amazing. Look at her. She is just basking in the light, in the limelight, and she is one hot tamale, right? She is a fire woman blazing a trail. And so, what this card says: badass success, leadership accomplishment, being seen, becoming an influencer, victory, optimism, and inspiring others. Relish the sweetness of this victory. Something that you've been working toward is finally coming to a successful fruition, and it's time to celebrate your wins. Gift yourself permission to bask in the warm glow of accomplishment and follow and allow the supportive community around you to witness and appreciate the progress you've made. Taking time to see your own radiance is important as making the next move on your journey. Accepting success will seed more of it. Others will turn to you for wisdom now, so step up and share your brilliance. That is so cotton picking cool to me. I am totally loving that whole card because it really does mean a lot to me to see that in the card because yesterday I got the tower and that was kind of messing with me. I ain't gonna lie. Um, but it is good to see that because there's so much about the Six of Wands and how she looked in that card that I was really fascinated with. I loved how she is basking in that fire. And wands are important to me because I'm a Sag and I'm a fire sign, so I enjoy the heat of the fire and I enjoy the light. So I think that she is just walking into that, and it just, oh my gosh, I feel the excitement coming off the card. So it's kind of a beautiful thing to me. So it's walking into my success. It's so my entire life I have owned the rooms I enter always, and I have never tried to be the center of attention, but I'd be a liar if I told you that I didn't love being the focus of that attention. It's really important to me. I really like it, but throughout my life, my family and friends and some coworkers have even tried to diminish that light when I walk into those rooms or in whatever fashion, tone. I was too much. I was too much for a lot of people. And so I even had people that have been attracted to me for the light and stolen ideas, concepts, and tried to stand and put me in the shadow of my own light so that they could feel better about themselves. I've lost promotions, I've lost successes, all because people have been attracted to that light and then tried to take what I was building with that light. And I'm not going to lie, that kind of messed with me and put me into a place where I stopped doing a lot of things. I'm very easily distracted and stopped in my tracks. That's the ADHD. So almost all of that worked. It took me till I landed in my sixth decade, like at almost the end of my sixth decade, and a buttload of therapy to help me, to allow me to see my potential and to bask in the light that I do radiate towards other people. It also took me a long time to see that my trauma and to be able to move out of that trauma, to realize where my mental health holds me back and where it helps me thrive. So it helped my mental health, and the fact that I have these traumas sometimes makes me have no filter. And I had to learn how to have a filter. It was very hard for me to not just say, well, that's how I feel. So I'm just going to say this insulting thing or this mean thing or whatever, and then not understand why people got mad that I said or did those things. I get it now. And so when someone comes to me and says, hey, you shared a piece of information or the way you behaved back there really embarrassed me, instead of me getting pissed about it, which is what my old thing would have been, and I would have been all over them too. I'm like curious. I approach when people are telling me what I've done wrong with a sense of curiosity, instead of it being some kind of a sentence of people are going to hate me for it. And maybe some people will, and that's fine. Go do you, boo. But I am trying really hard to approach those moments with curiosity, wonder, and how do I learn from those things and change the way that I behave so that I'm not this obnoxious bitch when I'm out there. Um, Being on YouTube only for a short time, I can see the trauma in others really easily, because I know what it's like to want to lash out at others, like I just said, to look more closely at other people's faults than at my own, because doesn't it make you feel better if you can go, yeah, well, I'm fucked up, but that person over there, look at that person and the bullshit they're causing over there. And then you don't have to take a look at yourself. It's almost like an addiction, right? When you have all of this going on in you, and your brain and your psyche is like, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with me, fuck all these people, they're assholes and they don't see all the great and wonderful things about me. Well, maybe they do, but they can't get past the fact that you're being a jerk to them most of the time and saying really terrible things, or sharing their secrets that you shouldn't be sharing, because you think it's funny or whatever it is. I don't know. I did all of that. So any of that could be happen. Um, Let me tell you, sis, it's such a wonderful feeling to heal those things inside of myself and to let other people walk their path. I mean, that doesn't mean we're not going to critique each other, especially when we're doing stuff like this. We're putting everything out onto the internet for everybody to see. You're opening the door for people to critique you. I just think that in some of the things that I've seen recently, I've been watching a lot of stuff. It's, first of all, if you're new to YouTube and you're getting into content and you don't understand what's going on, try not to give your opinions on stuff right away until you understand things, and really and truly even ask for clarification from the content creator to help you to understand. Doesn't mean you're always going to get an answer, but you really need to mill through some stuff, especially if these creators have been on the YouTube for a long time, because you're not understanding the full picture of things. But I think that it's easier to watch other people and then critique that than to look at your own self. So to let somebody else walk their own path and do their thing the way they're doing it might be a little annoying to you, but let them, and go on your own channel and talk about it, and maybe not tag them, or I don't know, do whatever you want. I don't care. I'll do what I want. You do what you want. How about that? So I've learned some boundaries with myself and others. The card itself is telling me that the hard work that I put in over these last few years, from about 55, 56 years old to where I'm at now at 61, is that I'm really, I've come, that I'm really getting deep into myself into myself, are about to pay off. The things that, so let me just read what I wrote. So, because I'm trying to paraphrase. This card tells me that all of my hard work, those 4 years, more years to come, because I'm nowhere near ready or done to be with therapy, of really getting deep into myself, are about to really pay off. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I see the fruits of the work that I've already done. Sometimes I just need a reminder, because I forget, that I made strides. But when I talked to my therapist this week, I hadn't talked to her since the end of September. I had a hiccup with my insurance, and I have gone through it. There are things that are happening in my personal life. And I told her all of these things, and she was very impressed with the fact that I was able to stay as calm as I was about what was happening in my life. And so I know that hard work has paid off. So how does this all look? in that devotional book that I was reading to you guys, and I decided that y'all were getting bored with that, so I'm not even going to do that. Today's reading was about growth, and more importantly, the things that you have outgrown, shedding what doesn't fit us anymore. So I'm moving. I'm in the process of moving out of my house and moving in with a friend. I'm going to put my house up to rent as a source of income for myself. My lifestyle is incompatible with the old ways of living and doing things. It's time to see what else is out there. Most of my life has been riddled with waiting for my life to happen or something to happen to me, waiting for my turn to drive my own life as if I had no choice or say in it, waiting to not be anxious about how things will turn out. I envy fearless people because they can pick up and move to other states or just quit a job and start a home business. So today in my meditation, I chose to feel excited about this new chapter in my life instead of being anxious or apprehensive about it, to be happy about what I'm able to do, to do what I want because it's my turn. I think I've had these prompts before, but I've always let a family member that needed me or worry about how my financial picture would look if I made a change. And sometimes it's just fear of missing out. So I let my parents dictate where I was going to live or what I was going to do. I let the my attachment to my adult child dictate to me. And meanwhile, all of these people were living their lives the way they wanted to, and rightly so, with no care and concern about what I thought about. They're doing what they want to do. And I've always just kind of based what should I do on what the other people around me needed. Never really, that again, that Pink Floyd song, no one told me when to run and I missed the starting gun. That's how I feel. So today I step into that new life, going in a direction that I have chosen for the first time in my life. And that's what the Four of Wands said to me today. So I would love to hear your thoughts. And Belora and I are going to be doing happy hour tonight. So I would love to see you there. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Give me ideas of what you'd like to hear. And I'm so happy that you stopped by. Have a happy Friday the 13th, the luckiest day for witches. Take care.